global happenings today. We communicate, we analyze global news. Stay tuned.
Hello beautiful people, welcome back to our channel. Today indeed has been a busy day for Fubara, the River State Governor, as he had decided to speak a lot. In fact, he's been speaking quite a while, and this time around he's referring to the Outgone GOC, who he said did a lot of things in Rivers. You're going to find out what it is. Because while receiving the new GOC 6th Division in Government House, this is what he got to say. But before we do that, kindly subscribe to our channel. And the River State Governor, Sir Siminalayi Fubara, has remarked that the previous General Officer commanding 6th Division of the Nigerian Army undermined the importance of collaboration between critical stakeholders, especially the state government, in addressing security challenges by refusing to have a working relationship with his administration. The governor emphasized that River State, as the economic strength of Nigeria, places an enormous task on those saddled with the responsibility to protecting critical national infrastructure, to synergize on strategies to tackle real challenges to enable Nigeria effectively function as a nation. Governor Fubara made the remark when he played host to the General Officer Commanding GOC 6th Division, Nigerian Army, and Land Component Commander, Joint Task Force, South-South Operation Delta SAFE, Major General Emmanuel Eric Emeka, on courtesy visit to Government House in Port Harcourt on Wednesday. Governor Fubara stated the importance of the 6th Division of the Nigerian Army, as according to him, it is saddled with a lot of responsibilities, including protecting all national assets within its jurisdiction. The governor, however, noted that it is difficult to achieve such feat of protecting national assets without ensuring that there is peace in the state. Governor Fubara said, and I quote, "I am really happy that you are here to do the ritual. Nothing very special, really. Coming here to see me doesn't mean that we have any special relationship. It is normal, and that is the right thing to do. I need to say this so that maybe other persons can also understand. We have received the Chief of Army Staff. Very unfortunately, he had passed on. He came here for an assignment, and he visited us. But you won't believe that the Outgone GOC did not come here for one day to see us. At least, not for anything, but to assure us that, look, we have a common interest and we are going to work together. Definitely, we are not going to ask him to do anything that is unprofessional, but to have this working relationship, because you need us to succeed and we also need you to succeed." Governor Fubara noted that he appreciated the honor accorded to his administration by the courtesy visit and assured to provide support within the capacity of government to make sure that the GOC succeeded in its enormous task. The governor also extended appreciation to other officers in his entourage who have been working round the clock in addressing security challenges in crisis-ridden communities to ensure that there is peace and tranquility in the state. He said, and I quote him word for word, "And finally, I want to say that our task today is becoming gradually complicated because of the set of people that have chosen to become problem to this country. We have issues of pipeline vandalization, destruction of gas and crude oil pipelines, and also the worst part of it is some persons who have decided to engineer community crisis in most areas of oil operations. So please, while you are taking that responsibility as part of your assignment, wherever we need to come in, endeavor to reach out to us so that we can also apply our own mechanism, because when it comes to issues of chieftaincy, it is within our power." Governor Fubara insisted, and when it comes to issues of community relationship, it is also within our power. So we can join hands together to bring peace in those areas so that operations can also flow smoothly. In his speech, the General Officer Commanding GOC 6th Division, Nigerian Army and Land Component Commander, Joint Task Force South-South Operation Delta Safe, Major General Emmanuel Eric Emeka, said recently there was a change of baton across formations in the Nigerian Army and he was posted to 6th Division as the General Officer Commanding. Major General Emeka stated that having resumed duty on the 24th January 2025 and taking over from his predecessor, who has been reassigned to Abuja, he decided to pay a courtesy visit to formally introduce himself to the governor. He said, "My visit here this afternoon is customary in the military, and I believe in other organizations too, that when you assume command, you pay courtesy visit to your hosts, political masters, traditional rulers, and other stakeholders within your area of responsibility. And being the chief host of 6th Division, I deemed it very necessary to come here this afternoon to formally introduce myself to you. Also, thank you for the enabling environment that you have given to the army to operate in the state, and to say that the task of division is very easy. It is simple and straight, which is the protection of critical national infrastructure in the maritime and all domains, and also to secure security in the South-South region. I pledge that we will give it our utmost attention to ensure that everything is done as expected." Of course, Fubara, as usual, the governor, cannot hide his mouth. He's quite interested. He made it known that the last one that gave did not even say, "Hello, how are you doing, government house?" He just came and did his thing. And of course, he did not beg him to come and say hello to him, in as much as he does his work. But he still believes that there's some sort of synergy. And he appreciated the new commanding officer for, showing such courtesy, showing his administration such courtesy of coming to say hello to him, and he's the one in charge. My colleague is in the house. What's your take on what Fubara is saying concerning the outgone GOC, how he treated them, and this new one, and what is expected of him?
Well, I think that the issue of leadership in Nigeria, it's a very, unfortunately, it's not what we expected. And oftentimes when we see these things happen, we know that possibly he may have been transferred in there when Wike was the number one man of the state. And with that at heart, he must have also enjoyed some very good relationship with Wike. And, Wike being who he is, this other man may just want to do his own work and walk away without having anything to do with Fubara. But the interesting part of it was when they were, on site, we didn't really hear any form of site taking. That's paging kind of. There was no taking of site. And things were just running the way they should run, in Rivers State. But I think, just like Fubara had rightly pointed out, for any leader or security leader to step into the state, he must, pay courtesy visit to the governor, or even if a new governor comes on board. It is the right thing. It's a customary thing for those who are working in that state to pay a courtesy visit to the gatekeeper, because the governor is actually the gatekeeper of that environment. So anything that comes in there, or things that were existing before he, came in, they must pay homage to that person. It is something that must be established. But unfortunately, Fubara was looked upon as someone who does not have the wherewithal to lead a state. A lot of things have happened before then. So for some persons who may not really like his style of leadership, they may not come close. Don't forget that this same governor we're talking about was once called a Mumu governor. Why? Because the platform through which he came in, that's the process through which he came in, was not transparent enough. And a lot of people believe that he lacked the, wherewithal, the technical know-how to lead a state like Rivers State, that he was only there as, the hand of Wike, unfortunately. So when he now decided to, shift out and say, no, I have to run the show of this state the way I should run it. Every other person who were loyal to Wike, the best thing, just like his commissioners did. We saw what his commissioners did. We saw what, the party leaders did and all of it. Till today, it's still happening. Even the 27 lawmakers, up till today, we're still seeing those crises go on. So most of them were staunch loyalists of Wike. Some of them love Wike for who he was, possibly the way he did his own thing. So this guy coming in, they were like Wike's boy. But for him to shut down on Wike and become who he is, they will never want to give him that credence. But thank God that a new person has come on board. Now that this one is in, he does not know what had been before now. So that customary attitude will be played out, coming to visit the gatekeeper, who is Governor Fubara in Rivers State, and letting him understand that I am around, and I would like us to create a synergy to work together and all of that. So I feel that for me, it's normal that should happen.
All right, that's good. Wrap it up. You've done so well. Let's meet in our conversation. What's your take? Do you think that the right thing was what the GOC did? Or do you think Fubara really shouldn't have said what he said? It's already in the past. The GOC have already